Range is limited in OCGN. Nothing from chat guy. Envis is ripping. $25 is a major resistance on Envis from the daily chart. Tesla ripping here. Wow, Tesla. There we go. Boom. Nice on Tesla. Holy smokes. Flurry of buys just kicked in there. I think, yeah, spies ripped. So there you go. Envis 21s. Chat guy has it up on his main screen now. So once Envis gets over 25, all bets are off there. See if we can get that epic long play. Chat guy's chasing T-Cat. I don't know what his deal is with that stock. I don't know why he's not chasing MVIS, man. It's weird. He's like, I can't chase that. What the fuck are you talking about, Jack? How you chase everything? I don't understand his logic, man. You'd rather trade some bullshit like T-Cat with no freaking volume. Makes no sense, right? Whatever. Looks like it's working back a little bit, Envis. Still waiting on a bigger dip to add more Tesla. We'll see if Envis can hold on here after that wick back off 22. Pre-market highs is around 21. Chat guy got dumped on TCAT. He says he's walking already. Oh, come on, dude. What the fuck, dude? There's Tesla. Yeah, I like that. There's Tesla. All right, try to add some Tesla no fill. Come on, man. All right, I got some there for 742.5. Yeah, it's disappointing, man. What? Freaking chat guy. What an idiot. And showed up, traded nothing useful, and just walked in like 10 minutes. Are you fucking kidding me? Might as well not even bother showing up, dude. All right, so right now again, okay, so I gotta get that filled there in Tesla. So right now the plays are basically Tesla wash here against 742. Recycle some maybe and maybe try 737s if it dumps lower. Envis, drive there just to sign the damn papers and then drive back. And it's wasted 2 hours there. So yeah, I pretty much have to. If they call me like during trading hours, I pretty much just gotta go. Yeah, I know. I know. Yeah, I don't really have time to argue with them because I only got 3 days left, so they're cutting it really close. I mean, they're probably I don't know. I don't know what the deal is, but I really don't have time to argue with them over nickels and dimes. Just get this done, get the keys in my place, and just get it over with. So not really liking the wicks here in Tesla. Really no range here. The volume is really low actually on Tesla. Come to think of it, this is kind of stupid. Oh my god. Yeah, wasn't really much of a window there to sell it. We'll see what happens. So that 737 area is pretty big. Friday's highs. And then Envis is not frickin' moving. OCGN's curling up a little bit. OCGN volume is picking up a little bit here. So, you guys know what happened to OCGN. They did the offering thing and then they released the news after hours. Kind of scammy, but can't really be surprised. All the shorts are slamming that offering news and rip them after hours on air. Pretty hilarious. market's curling a little bit to the downside. Looks like Emis did end up holding that 21 area, which is good, I guess. Yeah. Down goes Tesla. Let's see if Tesla can hold that 737 area. Yeah, Tesla. There's really much of a window to frickin' sell that pop earlier. Kind of annoying. We'll see. It's approaching that area where I might add here. Keep an eye on the market. MVIS 22.7's testing highs again. Again, get it over 25. Should start skipping up toward 30. Another wick there on MVIS. And there's okay, so I'm adding some Tesla there. Only got a partial though. Try to get some 37 nines. If it doesn't work here, you really got to start recycling because below this, you're looking at 35s and then 730s. All right, got filled those. Market's looking kind of weak though. OCGN still kind of in a tight range, untradeable. There goes MVIS. So it's getting there. It's getting there. Getting there. It's still not ripping convincingly. It's just trying to rip there and stalling again. Well, Tesla's looking like dog shit. Huh, okay. Yeah, this is looking like dog shit here. Market's turning. Damn. Shit. All right. I have to cut these. This is a pretty nasty fade here. Market's still going down. Still watching MVIS here as well. It needs to start going parabolic. And this, it's 155 million float stock, so it's going to need a lot more volume than this to go parabolic. All right, I got an ad there in Tesla. Final ad there. Looks like 735 might be that bounce spot. Still keep an eye on MVIS here. It's wicking back a little bit though. MVIS in 23s. What a piece of shit. God, give me a fucking break here. What the hell is that, dude? All right, still holding. MVIS still not clean. Yeah, the thing with MVIS is it keeps just wicking back every single time it rips, which I don't like. I want to get stuck in the dump. 21 entry was good though. Hit 21s, 30s. Wow, fucking Tesla, dude. Fuck this stock. Waste of time. What the fuck is this, dude? Oh my god. I almost stopped out there, but still holding on because it keeps refreshing the 735 area. Another big slam there on. I think this is a bounce on Tesla. I'm holding on to Tesla now. 739 average. Not the best average, but let's see if we can at least get a bounce. VWAP would be a target. 741s. 742. Market's turning. I think Tesla was down because the market was down. All right, so there we go. So let's see, we got a bounce at least to 740 to 742 around that area. MVIS is diving though. See, that's the thing I was worried about MVIS. Until it started cleanly having follow through and going parabolic, I wouldn't trust it. It just like dived like 1.5 points there really quickly. So yeah, we'll see what happens with MVIS. Just having trouble trusting these stocks. Just need that fall through. Need that parabolic here. Just a pop and a wick back. Again, it's very close to that resistance. Don't want to be buying close to the daily resistance there. Still no range on OCGN. Careful on Envis for the no bounce. Needs to hold that 21 area. Yeah, careful on Envis, man. It just has that no bounce look to it. Needs to hold that 21 area. Bunch of sellers stepped in there and stuffed it down. 21 spot, 23 spot rather. That's been the issue lately. Things have not been bouncing cleanly. We'll see if this 21 area can hold. Big dump on OCGN there. So it looks like Envis is trying to hold there. Yeah, really not feeling Tesla here. There's just so many sellers. Tesla's been one of those stocks lately where like the moment it looks good and then the moment you get in, it's like, what the fuck is this? It's been doing that like all week. Been doing that like this week, last week, the week before. Yeah, seriously. Tesla is really, really approaching my don't trade list. I mean, it used to be so good. Now it's just full of shit since Kathy got involved. So they're still trying to defend 735s. Let's see what happens. Yeah, careful on Invis too. Invis just looks like it might just stall out here. It really needs to hold that 21 area. Yeah, I think once Kathy started selling, that's when shit went south on Tesla. Oh my god, you gotta be fucking kidding me, dude. Yeah, somebody's fucking selling. Somebody's fucking selling, dude. Yeah, ever since Kathy started selling, like the no bounce bullshit started happening on Tesla a lot more often, or like dumps further than you think and stuff like that. Retarded, dude. Bitcoin just looks like it went up today after looking pretty weak. I mean, I think Tesla is still her biggest holding, right? So she still has shares to dump. Every single time, like Tesla's acted kind of funny, she's always been selling. I've been paying attention to that. So it wouldn't surprise me if she's fucking selling again. God damn it, dude. What a waste of time. Well, we made an assumption that we thought we would get some volatility today because of earnings on Tesla, but that was a pretty much bad mistake. Nah, it's not trading cleanly at all. No fucking bounces. Envis is no range right now. Nothing good right now. Market's trying to make more highs here. 418.25, a high from Friday. Yeah, I don't know. Don't ask me about Kathy's logic, dude. There seems to be no rhyme or reason behind how she trades, and that's why it's so unpredictable, and that's why the reads are so hard on the stock she's in because there's no rhyme or reason to what she does. I mean, she fucking sold Tesla to get into fucking skills, dude. I mean, what the fuck is that? Does that make any sense? Like, no fund does that, you know? And coin, exactly. It makes no fucking sense. Like, it makes sense if her actions were based on logic, or like it may, or it seems like something that you would expect from a fund. That makes sense. I'm still holding on to Tesla here. Maybe we get the bounce now. Maybe she stopped fucking selling. But yeah, there's no rhyme or reason why she does what she does. Like, that's why it's just so impossible to read this stuff. Like, why the fuck would she be selling here? She sold Tesla, her biggest holding, to get in the fucking coin just to get dumped on for like 50 points. It makes no fucking sense, right? No fucking sense. Makes no fucking sense at all. And that's why we're having so much trouble because, yeah, her actions have no rhyme or reason. That's it. Yeah, she dumped Tesla to get into fucking coin and fucking skills or whatever the other shitty stocks she got in. Oh my god. Yeah, I don't think she's gonna last very long in the long run. Envis is still holding 21s, it looks like. Hopefully, it can accumulate here, some short slam in here, and maybe get something going. Yeah, Envis is looking kind of sketchier to be honest. Really no range on it. The volume's going down. It just needs to hold the 21 area. This essentially needs to be a trap here at 21. SPY is about 20 cents away from testing that Friday high. Yeah, this action on Tesla makes no fucking sense to me. It wouldn't surprise me if we see Kathy's positions after hours and see that she dumped a shit ton of shares into this move. Very annoying, but it is what it is. Fucking down a pretty penny right now, and it's not fucking bouncing. That's fucking going down some more. It's fucking retarded. Wasted fucking time, dude. God damn it, dude. Oh my god. What a joke. A fucking joke. All right. I'm gonna start cutting this. And it makes lows here cleanly. I'm cutting this, and then maybe we can try at 7:30 or 7:27. It's still holding for now. Looks like the Envis might dive here as well. Of course, we got daily resistance right there, so not really too surprising. Yeah, good old GME moving up on air. GME hasn't even hit a million shares traded yet, and it just did there. It took 30, 40 minutes for it to do that. All right, so hold on to Tesla still. It's still trying to double bottom in this area. I mean, this is pretty much just hope that Kathy stops selling. That's really the only thing you can do here. Which sucks. She's definitely ruining every single bounce play on Tesla. Now, the days that Kathy has been selling, we've seen Tesla make a move, but effectively, I'm sure the moves are only triggered because she stopped selling. So that's pretty much all you're waiting for if you're in Tesla right now. Just you just gotta pray that she stops selling, which sucks. Great move there out the open. I mean, it did drop like freaking 18 points, and it can't even bounce even a couple points here. Yeah, I saw our VPH. The volume is shit. It needs better volume than that. And it looks like a halt fest as well. Looking a little bit better here. There you go. Give me something, dude. Just trying to get out here for a break even. But the whole Kathy situation is pretty much exactly what happens when toots get involved and why we generally avoid toots, right? Because when toots get involved, it just completely fucks with the read. Like we talk about here every single day on the mic. Like when toots get involved, like things start not behaving rationally because you don't know how much they have to sell, you don't know how long they're going to sell for, or whatever, or buying or whatever. It doesn't really matter what they do, but in any case, it fucks with the reads because then yeah, takes over the price action. So with Kathy, it's even worse because she's like the worst type of institution you want to get involved with because she doesn't make any sense whatsoever what she does. No rhyme or reason. So that one's even harder to read. Like in normal circumstances, it's already hard to read in general if like fucking Bill Ackman or Carl Icahn get involved, right? But at least those guys, you kind of have a general idea what they're trying to do. With Kathy, like I have no idea what the fuck she's doing. No idea what the fuck she's doing, man. You know what I mean? So it's a shame that she got on Tesla, man. Like if she wasn't on Tesla, we'd still be banking on this. Remember, Tesla's a stock that's made me $4 million since I first started trading it last year. You know, you don't make $4 million from being stuck, getting stuck by institutions bullying you. Once Kathy started selling the stock, completely fucked with the reads, and now it's pretty much every day trying to get out alive. Absolutely retarded. So Envis is holding. I do have RVPH up just for shits, just in case it picks up with better volume. But until these stocks like show that they can go parabolic and trade fluidly, I'm not going to get involved. Yeah, just trying to avoid headaches here as we're trading in summer-like conditions. All right, Tesla's looking a little bit better here. Let's see. I mean, that's got to be the bottom, right? 732. If it doesn't bottom out there, that's going to be some big trouble. Stop fucking selling, Kathy. Damn it. Yeah, you can kind of sell that. You can kind of tell that the pops on Tesla are being used to sell into. You can see it. It's been like that since the morning. Look at that. Yep. So the pops are being used as liquidity for Kathy to probably dump her shares. That's what it's looking like, to be honest with you guys. You can see it. They did that in the morning too, where I couldn't sell my 747s. And it was only available for like half a second and it slammed back down. So pretty much every single candle, whereas Tesla's tried to pop, it seems like Kathy's just dumping into them every single time. We'll see what happens, man. Let's see if she stops selling, and then we can get at least a relief bounce or something. I'm just trying to get out for a smaller loss here. I mean, she can't be selling forever. You do notice when she does sell, she does eventually stop selling. I don't think she's liquidating her entire Tesla position or anything like that. Yeah, Tesla. If it wasn't for Kathy here, it would have ran. You can tell. Like you can tell it's trying to perk up with the market, but then somebody keeps slamming into the pops, and that's keeping it down. So whenever Kathy stops selling, it should fucking bounce. But the thing is, we don't know when she's gonna stop selling. That's the variable here. But if you look at historically speaking, the days where she does sell, she does eventually stop selling. But whatever, we'll see what happens here. The only problem is if the spy like nosedives while she's still selling, that's gonna be a problem. We'll see what happens though. Yeah, Tesla's been shit show. The thing is, like, the setup looks good, and then you get in, and then you realize the tape's not acting right, and then you're like, ah, fuck, Kathy's probably selling, and then that's just ruining the play. It's been like that for like 3 weeks now. It's kind of a shame, but that's how it is. So it looks like Envis is still holding up. So we got a chance still in Envis for something to happen there. You probably got some shorts trapped there in that 21 area. Tesla's curling up a little bit better now. Let's see. We finally get the damn move on Tesla. So yeah, I think Envis, we got a chance there. Yeah, a couple low slammers potentially there stuck. So on Tesla, what you want to see here is not like another freaking wick back handle to signify that maybe that Kathy has stopped selling. There we go. A little bit better. So we don't see a wick back candle. That means that maybe they stopped selling and they got a freaking move now. VWAP's at 739. Keep an eye on Envis here, 2338 high of day. Needs to clear that 24-25 area. And then we start getting that skippy move to 30 and we can go wash out long there. All right, come on, Tesla. OCGN is curling up as well. Of course, OCGN, you got ways to go to Friday's highs is 1365. OCGN's probably got a lot of shorts stuck here, so if this squeezes, it might got a shot here and make a move. But he got some resistance around this 12 area. There's a line in the sand from Friday. Right, John Tesla. There we go. There we go. So looking for a pop here toward VWAP. Only concern is SPY is starting to nosedive a little bit. Kind of annoying there. So CGN will watch at 12 area. There we go. Again, that line in the sand area from Friday. Yeah, that was kind of the thing that I was worried about. If SPY starts nosediving, bounce should have already happened earlier, and then Kathy was dumping into that move, and then now SPY's not looking good. We'll see what happens. Here we go, 39's coming up here. Tesla shortly. Again, VWAP 739.49. Major spot on OCGN here at 12. Looks like another wick back candle on MVIS. Yeah, MVIS I'm not going to touch until it starts going parabolic. Again, it's a very thick stock, 155 million float. So unless it really starts ripping, really don't want to get involved. OCGN, yeah, having trouble on that 12 spot. Normally that'd be a short, but I think there's too many shorts stuck here. It's probably not a good short idea. But it could still reject technically off that 12 area line of sand on Friday. Also around this, basically around the start of the offering dump too. All right, come on, Tesla, do something. All it takes is a spy rip, and we should be clean here. But spy is just not complying here. Give it a chance though. So OCGN's rejecting off at 12 a little bit. OCGN and MVIS are both pretty thick stocks. Still keeping on MVIS. Maybe still got a chance there. Still holding up. Need a spy curl here. All right. Starting to slip again. Needs a higher low. All right, Emvis is trying here. And the thing with Emvis is that it does have sellers too. Every single time it pops, it's always a slam candle, which is also pretty annoying. We're kind of seeing that everywhere. So it's kind of hard to trust breakouts on a stock that does that. Which is why I'm waiting for it to go parabolic first. All right, there we go. And this new highs there. Needed to really start skipping. That's probably going to be my cue to get in. If it starts skipping, we'll look for that washout. All right, so we got this test of that 24-25 level coming up. It's going to be a very critical spot. Daily resistance. There you go. Tesla, come on. It's looking better. Pretty crazy move on CCIV. Another really thick stocks. Thick stocks are definitely the flavor of the week here. Yeah, another slam candle there on MVIS. It looks like it's 23.9. Yeah, OCGN has a lot of short stock, so that offering price is really high. So I would imagine that, yeah, probably this is not done. All right, we need a spy curl here. Look at Envis. It's still doing that same thing I was telling you guys about, man. Slam into every single pop. Same thing. Needed to stop doing that. Yeah, OCGN's at a very tricky spot. You got resistance right there, but you probably got a lot of short stuck. So basically, you just don't have any easy trades right now. That's more or less just a summary of what's going on. All right, here comes Tesla. Give us something here. There we go. There we go, Tesla. Come on. There we go. There we go. Okay, there we go. Tesla's working now. Thank God. Thank God. Thank you. Good God Almighty. So you guys see what's going on with Tesla, right? Tesla would have freaking bounced if it wasn't for freaking Kathy. And then once Kathy stopped selling, guess what? The thing started moving. But the problem is we just don't know when she's selling. So like when she's starting to stop selling. So it's basically a prayer, which is kind of shitty, dude. Not a position you want to be in. So this is a really good example of what happens when toots get involved on your stock. You know what I mean? So you guys starting to see, right? Why you don't want to get involved when toots get involved, and why when toots get involved it gets so annoying. You guys know now, right? You guys seen so many examples. Really shitty, very shitty, so fucking annoying. It's like the worst thing in the world where you get into a stock and like algos fuck your position up. You know what I mean? Like you get into a stock, you think it's gonna bounce, then fucking algos like start to like hold your stock down. You know what I mean? That's like the worst feeling in the world. It still gets me to this day. It's so annoying. It's like worse than it's like that. It's like you're trying to have a picnic in the park and then like ants keep trying to call on your food. It's kind of like that. You know what I mean? All right, so I did get rid of some there. Good God. But you guys know what I'm talking about, man. Doesn't matter what analogy I use. You guys know exactly what I'm talking about. Like it's just you expect something to behave a certain way, and then something unexpected out of left field just completely fucks it up. You know what I mean? That's what I'm talking about. All right, so OCGN looks like it's going to be a little annoying here. So I'm progressively selling Tesla into these pops just to reduce the size, of course. Don't want to get dumped here. Again, I gotta leave pretty much any second. They tell me I gotta go. I gotta go. Maybe it's today, maybe it's not. Hopefully, it's after hours. It'll be easier not to miss any trading. So yeah, I didn't want to be held hostage and then have to dump this thing for like a fat loss. So got about half of Tesla there. Still down on the remaining position here, but see we get a 740 pop. OCGN, it's kind of doing more or less what I'm expecting. Like that resistance kind of stalled it out for a little bit. And then too many shorts are stuck on it. That's kind of why it's behaving how it's behaving. Yeah, OCGN is just it's gonna be a tough read, man. We already know OCGN is a pain in the ass to begin with, but now it's like crowded on both sides, right? Because now you got the bag holder longs, right, all the way up to 13, but you got the bag holder shorts that slam the offering. That's gonna fuck with the reads. So that's why I haven't traded OCGN, although I was leaning toward the bull side, even though it was below the prior day's highs, just because there's just so many shorts that probably slammed into that offering. But yeah, it's going to be a tough read here because you're dealing with crowdedness on both sides. You gotta understand that when you don't have a clear sense of who's in pain, right? You don't have a clear sense of direction. You don't know who's hurting. Then it's going to be a tougher read. You get bag holders on both sides. It just makes it very difficult. Yeah, some weakness here on SPY. Still on the hook for a couple shares here on Tesla, but it's not as bad now. Yeah, Envis, don't trust it, man. Don't trust it. Look what it's doing. Yeah, this is why we don't buy stocks close to daily resistance because you're pretty much playing a game of hot potato. It's bound to do this kind of stairs up, elevator down type move at some point. So that's what deterred me from trading Envis. It's just too close to all time highs or whatever, not all time highs, but daily resistance. And yeah, I just didn't want to get stuck in a slam candle. And there are several slam candles on it. Yeah, 24 is not all time highs, guys. That's just a daily resistance. There's just zoom out and you'll see it. So yeah, OCGN probably gonna be a headache. Just a bunch of headache plays here. Nothing clean. CCIV is doing a no bounce thing. RVPH no volume. OCGN again. OCGN is gonna be a clusterfuck, guys. If you guys want to avoid headaches, avoid OCGN. At least trading it with size because again, it's just crowded on both sides. It's just gonna be a headache to try to put your head around what's going on. I mean, everything's a headache. There's no clean plays right now, guys. There's no clean plays. Nothing is moving fluidly. That's the key. Nothing's moving fluidly at all. So pretty much, I would say stay small and pike the trades because if you overstay your welcome, you're trading with too much size. You're just setting yourself up for a lot of migraines for sure. So just stay safe out there, guys. There's nothing clean right now. All right, let's get that 740 pop here on Tesla. Spy is trying to curl up again. I think piking's the way to go, man. This market, dude. Piking's got to be the way to go. I mean, take whatever you can get. It's hard to trust anything. You got to move in your favor. What? There hasn't been any follow through. So, I mean, if you got to pop in your favor, you just got to take it. You can't assume that they're gonna, keep it going. Remember on OCGN when I was long and selling into those freaking wick backs? Yeah, if I didn't sell into those wick backs, I would not have made back all that money on Friday. You just got to pike. How would I verbalize fluid? Like it just behaves the way you would expect it to behave. Like the stock like bounces where you would expect it to bounce. It would it would follow support and resistance. It respects support and resistance. Um, it doesn't do these weird like fucking grindy institutional junk. You know what I mean? Like it trades the way you would expect a stock to trade. Let's just put it that way. You know. There we go. Tesla ripping here. So selling some Tesla in this pop. I'm gonna sell most of it here to get rid of this shit. I'm tired of it. Sold some more. So I've got token shares left on Tesla. Does that make sense to you, techie trader? Let me know if that makes sense to you. It's very abstract. You gotta see it to know what I'm talking about. But I'm trying my best to describe it. It's hard to put it into words because it's a very visual, abstract thing. But more or less, like if it trades weird, it's not fluid. Let's just put it that way. If it trades weird, it's not fluid. you know, that's the easiest way to put it. Like Tesla, not fluid because it's weird. Envis, not fluid because it's weird. You know. All right, so I'm out of most of Tesla here. Managed to somehow escape this shit. Another Houdini escape act here, guys. I'm gonna dump the rest of it in this next pop here. All right, come on, give me that 740 pop there. So I'm out. I only got like 2,000 shares left. Yeah. So if a stock doesn't behave the way you would expect it to behave, then you gotta suspect that there's probably toots on it, some sort of algo, some manipulation. So that's how you know. So a lot of newer traders have trouble recognizing like algos, manipulation, institutional involvement. And the easiest way to tell a dead giveaway that the stock is not behaving the way it's expected to behave. Like coin. Coin was probably the worst example of insider institutional involvement or whatever. In this case, it was insider, but it's the same, basically the same effect, right? Because we had no idea how much they were going to sell and how long they were going to sell for. So when you're dealing with that kind of a unknown, that kind of a variable, it completely fucks with your read, right? What was the expectation on coin? It was probably gonna you would expect a stock that's dropped as much as coin did to bounce at some point, but it didn't even bounce at all, which means that there's something that you could not account for that was going on, right? Same thing with Tesla. Tesla dropped at what 750 to 732, 18 points, right? No freaking bounce. Why did it do that? Because Kathy was probably selling. Could you have predicted that Kathy was going to sell ahead of time? Not a chance, unless you were having tea with her over the weekend and she told you. you know, Not going to happen, right? Envis, same thing. Like we know at least on the MS that 24 was that daily resistance, right? At least we had that to go off of. But you don't know if they're gonna let it rip or they're gonna slam into the moves. And Envis looks like, once I saw the wicks to the upside, like they would wick it back, I kind of suspected that they were selling into the move. So I was not going to give Envis the benefit of the doubt until they stopped selling into the move. And that's why I never took a trade on it, because they just kept selling into the move. So I was like, all right, forget it. No headaches for me. So that's the thing, guys. I've been a lot more, I guess, conservative in a sense that I've been waiting for stocks to prove that they can trade fluidly. Go back again, back to the definition of fluid, right? This is the point of this conversation. So that way you guys know to avoid headaches when you don't see stocks that behave normally, to kind of either stay away or size down, right? Or pike out if you have a gain instead of holding for a bigger move, right? So I've been waiting to see if the stock will at least trade the way you would expect it to trade, right? Like for example, on Envis, I was looking for parabolic skippy action to signify that they're actually going to stop selling in the move, and then actually let it run, trap shorts and let it run. But they didn't do that. So, I don't want to get stuck in the slam candle. I mean, look at Envis right now. Imagine if you bought like 23s and it's not fucking bouncing here into 22s. Just a headache, absolute headache. Nice move on TCAT there. TCAT's got a lot of resistance here, close to 40. Crazy that TCAT's made this move off of $18, $17 to all the way up here on barely any volume. Crazy. Yeah, it looks like Tesla. It's going back down. I got rid of most of the shares. Still got a couple I didn't fill, but whatever. At least escaped most of it. So, moving forward, at least I hope you guys can recognize the difference between an active market and a more slower, difficult market, right? Not just from you recognizing the action, not because somebody else told you. Okay, so this is a thing that took me a while to figure out. It took me a while to define when I first started trading. Right, I first tried to trade, and I assumed like the action was the same all year round, and once summer kicked in, you know, I got wrecked and I didn't understand why. So hopefully some of you newer traders here understand why it's been so difficult lately, right? So if you guys don't understand why it's been difficult lately, speak up, ask the questions and we can explain and clarify to you so you know when to size down, when to wire out, when to not trade as much. Because this is a very important thing, guys. You don't want to be over trading when there's no action, because you're just going to get chopped up and you're going to get owned. I'm telling you right now, because that's how I got smoked when I first started. I did not know the difference. I had no one telling me this stuff. You got to know what the difference is, okay? From going up, waking up and looking at the gap scans and seeing what's available, and you can tell right away when it's going to be slow, lower your expectations. When you read the tape or look at the price action, you can tell everything's kind of weird. Volume. These are all things that you got to pay attention to. And if you can spot it right away, you'll know exactly to size down to not get yourself in trouble. So if you don't understand that, speak up, ask the questions while you can before you get stuck in something stupid and then you get destroyed. 'Cause believe me, it happened to me. All right, and we got definitely a really good example of the past couple weeks of everything's just being so shitty, and then we just came off of arguably probably the best action in a really long time. It's definitely the best action I've ever seen in my entire trading career. And I've been trading for 10 years. The action that we had from 2020 until a couple months ago. That was probably the best action I've ever experienced in my entire trading career. So we went off basically the best action ever to basically dog shit action very quickly. But it makes perfect sense why, because everyone probably blew up. The more crazier the action, the more likely people probably got destroyed on buying the top on like GME and stuff like that. So that's basically what's going on. But moving forward, guys, try your best to recognize this stuff. You don't have to wait for somebody to tell you that it's slow. You should just look at it and be like, yeah, this is slow. You got to size down, make less trades, walk away, pike on the trades, walk away, stuff like that. A trader, third 4-digit day in a row. Awesome, awesome, awesome. For sure, Crow. For sure, man. That's what I'm here for, man. So yeah, guys, I'm trying my best to keep you guys, in tune with the market. But in the end, you got to make your own decisions, right? Because in the end, you're pressing your own buttons on your own account. So the best I can do is like, share my experiences with you guys and tell you guys how I fucked up when I started, so you guys don't have to go through the same shit show. Believe me, I mean, every single bad thing that you guys are experiencing right now, I went through the same thing, man. The same exact thing. You guys gotta understand. I started with $6,000 below PDT. Okay, started only $6,000 in 2011, March 2011, $6,000. Okay, now I've grown it to you guys know the story how the story is ending. It's at 8 figures now, so $6,000 to over 8 figures. Okay, and I guarantee you, man, I'm telling you right now, everything that you guys are experiencing, I experienced the same thing. So that's why when you guys explain to me in DMs, some of you guys that share with me your troubles and your pain points, I'm like, yep, been there, done that, man. I know exactly how that feels, man. Being below PDT, trying to trying to trade when your account is right at PDT. I know exactly how that feels too. You're scared to not drop back below PDT. Been there, man. Been there. Every single type of loss, I've experienced it. Gotten stuck in T12s, gotten stuck in T1s, gotten stuck in offering dumps, gotten stuck in, squeeze from hells, gotten stuck in every single type of situation you can think of, man. Every single type of situation. All right. So right now, basically, I'm just gonna get out of my remaining shares of Tesla, and that'll probably be it for me. You guys got any other questions? Let me know. I got to start getting back working on this house stuff. Also started looking at some cars, guys. I actually found one that I might be interested in, so I actually might be adding a first supercar to the Madaz garage very soon, guys. Very soon. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. So let's see what the haters got to say about that, man. Parking my paper supercar, my paper mansion, bought with paper profits, baby. That's how you go. That's how we do. That's how we do. But yeah, we'll see what happens, guys. Let's see what happens. Nothing's set in stone yet. I'm gonna hit him up soon as well, and we'll see what happens. So we'll see what happens. All right, let's get this pop here. Get the hell out of this trap. Spy's starting to curl up. Looks like Envis is still holding on to 2021. So keep an eye on Envis, man. Still a chance. If it traps enough shorts here, it can set up for an afternoon move. All right, here comes Tesla. One more pop in Tesla. That'll be it for me. There we go. Spy is trying to make a move here. Let's get this move here. Probably gonna leave Tesla alone after this because yeah, it just clearly looks like that they don't want to really mess with this pre-earnings. But yeah, right now the only stock that's probably worth looking at for the afternoon run would probably be Envis. It's still holding on to 21s here. All right, spies curling up. Oh, big slam candle there, though. This point, it's pretty clear. Spy all-time high break should pop everything here. We'll see what happens. Yeah, UFC was pretty crazy this weekend. Freaking knockouts and every fight had a knockout, and yeah, of course, what happened to Weidman? That really sucks, man. His career is probably over. But and in all fairness, I mean, his career was not in the upward trajectory anymore. Anyways, after he lost to Rockhold, his career kind of went downhill. So I mean, it was pretty much time for him to retire, anyways. But yeah, that was awful though. Jeez. Yeah, dude, Usman just absolutely crushed Masvidal, man. That was just crazy, insane knockout, dude. Oh my god, knocked him out cold. Yeah, see, the thing is, like, Anderson Silva was still able to come back from that. Obviously, he wasn't the same, but he was still the champion, right? When he broke his leg, nonetheless. So he was still able to come back. He was still like at least a decent fighter. Yeah, it wasn't the same, but he was still able to come back. But Wyman was already going downhill, so I think he's probably done. I don't think there's a chance he'll be able to recover from that. Yeah, so everything's pretty much dead at this point, guys. I'm just waiting for one pop on Tesla. I'm just gonna dump it, and then that'll probably be it. It's more or less the only reason why I'm still here. So if you guys got any questions, feel free to just throw 'em my way before I head off the mic here shortly. But overall, yeah, pretty disappointing action on Tesla. We expected a lot more out of it. Not gonna lie. And then everything else, a couple moves there, but I just didn't trust it enough to take it. Again, we're still in that market where you could easily just get stuck in like a no bounds situation, and yeah, you could probably recycle out of it and get out alive. But I just don't even want to get involved in that situation to begin with. Don't want to put myself in that predicament because it's just so mental capital burning. I think right now my main focus, and if you guys have been listening to Mike, you guys can kind of tell my main focus right now is to preserve mental capital because it's just so easy to get stuck in something that you don't want to be involved in. Right? Something looks like it's gonna be a good bounce setup. You get in, shit doesn't freaking bounce, right? Or maybe like you short a stock, it's right at resistance, and it just keeps grinding higher. It's so easy to get stuck in something in this market. It just feels like 9 out of 10 stocks in this environment are probably going to be traps. Just very, very, very annoying. So, I mean, I've been very treading treading very carefully here, just trying to avoid getting stuck in less than ideal scenarios. Let's just put it that way. Uh, well, I keep trading Tesla. If Tesla is tradable, I'll trade it. But the thing is, I think the probably the better approach would be to trade it small, and then if it shows if it shows you that it won't trade weird, then maybe that day you can size up a little bit more on it. But if it trades weird, then yeah, you probably shouldn't be sizing up on it, or you should probably avoid it. So I think that's probably the safer approach, right? You trade it, and then you notice that toots are getting involved. Okay, fine, forget it. Like today, probably what I could have done is maybe just went in a lot smaller, and then if I noticed that Kathy was selling, then I would just be like, you know what, just leave it alone, wait for her to stop selling, and then get in. That's probably like the more ideal approach. Let's see if we can get this pop here. Get out of this crap. So looking for a 740 pop. Again, I only got a couple shares left, but let's see if I can get out for a profit here. Do we still get A plus setups in this kind of market, or do we just size down? I mean, they come when they come, man. It's just very rare, right? It's very difficult to distinguish sometimes what's an A setup, because sometimes you might get like a stock that gives a really big washout, but then doesn't freaking bounce, right? So it's really tough, really tough. I'm not gonna lie. That's why I'm saying, like, for some of you guys that are new, and even for myself, I would say the best approach is to just trade small, and then if the stock trades cleanly, then size up on it, right? Because right now it's just hard to trust anything. It's really hard to trust anything. So, are there A setups? I mean, I haven't noticed any personally. There hasn't been any play where it's like, that's it, that's the one. I'm going in big on that one, right? There hasn't been really any play like that. A lot of these stocks are just like OCGN. We all know OCGN is a pain in the ass. We already know that. And I tried my luck at it on Friday, and got lucky with the offering dump. But other than that, it's still a headache. Regardless of whether or not I made money on it, it was still not an easy trade at all. So we kind of noticed that these stocks are just very, very sketchy, and they're not clean, and they're just doing some weird, exuding some really weird behavior. Can't really give it the benefit of the doubt at all. You just can't. Again, it just gets lost in all of the fancy theory and methods of analysis that are thrown out there. People always discount mental capital preservation. I just don't understand why people never talk about that. It's so important, because I guess because you can't really quantify it, right? You can't quantify mental capital. Like, how much mental capital did I lose trading OCGN on Friday? And you can't really put a metric to it. But I can tell you, I felt like shit. I felt like absolute shit getting stuck in that short on the morning, man. When I was down like 200 G's, terrible. Got out alive, but I'd rather have been sleeping.